Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it's such a pleasure to be with you, and welcome to this virtual fair. First, please allow me to thank you for being here and to thank also the partners that are with us, the partners with whom we cooperate on the master programs and executive diplomas, and also to thank the diplomacy team that has been fantastically working on this project. So please allow me first to give you an idea of what we do at UNITAR, the vision, and how this whole virtual fair and the activities we conduct in the field of executive learning and also the master programs connect to our vision and strategic planning. You will recall that in 2015, the Sustainable Development Goals were agreed upon in October 2015. So we moved from Agenda 2030 to, from post-2015 agenda to Agenda 2030. And this was the first time in the United Nations we had an agenda that was inclusive. So it was an agenda that applied to all member states, irrespective of their level of development. It was inclusive. The process leading to its adoption was a very transparent one. However, the most important element, according to me, and that relates to why we are here together, is the fact that in means of implementation, it required the effort of not only the member states. And as you can imagine now with the COVID, it's not going to be the member states that will deploy the most amount of funds or energy to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. It will require also civil society, academia, and also the private sector to be involved in the achievement of SDGs. So if it requires these partners, in addition to the member states, it's only logical for us as a diplomacy team to build bridges with these entities, with these dynamic spheres of influence in society, so that we work hand in hand towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And this is why around 5 to 6 years ago, we launched our first master program. And it was for us a bridge to civil society, a bridge to the academic world, because most of what we do at UNITAR used to be, confined to the government officials. And it allowed us to connect and convey the message from the United Nations to the member states via the academic world. Now, nowadays, the Institute as an institute is aligned according to the Sustainable Development Goals. So we have a division for planet, a division for peace, a division for people, and a division for prosperity. Our division for diplomacy is a cross-cutting division, basically that tries to pool the resources and also the knowledge from the other divisions, the substantive knowledge, and we work on the skills. We have another also division that is cross-cutting, that is UNOSAT. It's the satellite imagery application of the United Nations. Now, in our role as a division for diplomacy, we try, as we said, as I said in the master programs, to bridge between the substantive components with the partners and, that are working on the substance in the education field. And also we bring the skills dimension, because we have a huge experience as a training arm of the United Nations with dealing with decision makers, basically who are using all the skills they need for leadership, for efficient decision making, and for negotiation and drafting skills, because most of these decision makers are the ones negotiating complex agreements, conventions on behalf of their societies. So basically, this is what I can tell you, is that our added value is that we are bringing the expertise, the knowledge of the United Nations, the skills dimension. We are combining it, and we are coming and holding hands with partners from the academic field who has huge and tremendous experience in education. And also we have developed, in addition to these master programs, the executive diplomas that allow us to bring these skills, the skills of the future, and make them available and make them useful for people who are either going to be working in the private sector or who are engaged already in the private sector. So in times of COVID, you can imagine that whatever we are doing right now has been transferred online. And this is why we are talking together right now in this fair on Zoom, through a Zoom call. However, as of next year, hopefully for most of the people who could, we are going to go back for most of our courses, not the 100% online ones like the University of Barcelona and the Open University of Barcelona Masters, but for the other Masters, we hope to go back for a face-to-face type of delivery method. That's all I wanted to say. Welcome. We are here for you, and we look forward to engaging with you in this fair. And let us know if you have any inquiries, if you need any help, we are there for you. Thank you.